something. Sometimes you've been going through things. But I'm going to tell you something. After this, you'll see the glory. I hear the Lord say right now, even though you're going through right now in your mind, you got to let this season pass for your glory to come. Yeah, I know it's been rough for many of us in here, but you got to let the season pass because the season is about to change for some of you. Come on, you believe that, you ought to lift your hand and say, my season is changing. Now I need you to prophesy to your neighbor and tell your neighbor that according to the Holy Ghost, your season is changing. I can't hear nobody talking to me today. You must understand that you got to go through something to get the power. The power doesn't come at a drink machine where you simply put your money in and you press a button and your power comes out. God is not a Las Vegas slot machine where you put something in and you tell him, I need this right now. And you pull the lever and it comes out. Can I get a witness in here? Yeah, you got to go through something for the power. People say, well, you know what? I really want to be in ministry. You got to go through something to be in ministry. I've been watching T.D. Jakes on television. I want to have the power of T.D. Jakes. Well, you got to go through what T.D. Jakes went through. I want to be able to lay hands on the sick and they recover. You got to go through something for that power. That's why Jesus told the disciples after he had opened blinded eyes and healed the sick and rescued the perishing, he told them that greater works than this shall ye do. But he didn't tell them at the time that they were going to have to be persecuted. That they were going to be beat with rods called the cat of nine tails with 9 different lashes with metal spikes on the end. He didn't tell them that they were getting ready to go through some storms. That he wouldn't be there with them all. Let me tell you something. In order to have the power, you got to go through something. That's it. And you know, I say this a lot because I need people to understand this. People talking about, well, I wasn't going through like this until I got saved. Well, see, before you got saved, you and the enemy were friends. Y'all rolled together. Y'all smoked together. Y'all drank together. Yeah, y'all went to the hotel together with somebody that wasn't your husband or your wife. Can I get a witness in here? And so now that you're on the Lord's side, the devil is offended because now you're going in a different direction. You can't have a head-on collision with 2 vehicles going the same direction. Y'all are going in opposite directions, and because the enemy knows that he's lost you, he's got to try to do things to get you back. That's why he's messing with your mind. That's why he's messing with those jokers on your job. That's why he's messing with your money, because he wants you to turn your back on God. What did Job say? A man is born of a woman but a few days and full of trouble. But see, I don't mind going through trouble if I've got somebody with me. Look, what's the song? As long as I've got Jesus. See, if you've got Jesus going through with you, you're not going through the storm by yourself. If you've got the Holy Ghost working on the inside of you, that's why the saints used to say, I've got a feeling that everything is going to be all right. See, you got to understand that feeling is the Holy Ghost. You got to remind yourself, the Holy Ghost told me that everything is going to be all right. But you got to watch your attitude. You got to watch what comes out of your mouth. You got to watch. Don't speak negativity over a thing and expect for it to be a blessing. Can I get a witness in here? It's what you say about it. It's how you adjust, my God. It's how you adjust yourself to what you're going through. I tell you, it's not what you're going through. It's how you act while you're in it. Can I get a witness in here? And so now he said, after you go through some things, you receive power. After you've been lied on, you receive power. After you've been mistreated, you receive power.